Hey everybody, I'm working on a quilted coat and I am putting some bias binding on this coat. You cannot use binding from the width of the fabric and expect to be able to go around curves easily. So I wanted to share with you what I'm doing. You can cut the bias and sew the pieces together. I actually just went to Hobby Lobby and bought some extra wide double fold bias tape. Just makes life a little bit easier. So what you do is you're going to open up that bias tape and you're going to put the raw edge against the raw edge of what you're binding. And then you're going to run that needle down into that first fold. You'll want to stitch in that fold. So just nice and steady. It's not a race. Stay inside of that. Keep your needle inside of that fold. Adjust this edge because we are going to go around curves. So you could clip it or pin it. I just adjust it as I go. Here we're coming around our first curve. Now you're going to have some folding and creasing here, but as long as that needle goes down before any type of folding, you're fine. Just make sure this side of it stays flat and stay within that fold on your needle. Just adjust as you go. You can lift up your foot if you need to. Get that so it's not creased under where the needle is going to go. It can crease up here, just not in the needle and below. Take these curves nice and slow. Okay, I'm coming up on the collar area. So I'm gonna I decided not to make that a corner collar, so I kind of curved that. So it'll be a little bit easier to go around, but I'll still have to slow it down. This quilted coat is for one of my daughters. Both of my daughters have asked for one. My younger daughter came over and picked out the fabrics from my stash, so I used Heather Briggs Flower Girl for this coat. And she lives, about 3.5 hours away from us. Her husband's a rancher, so they live out in the middle of nowhere up in northwest Oklahoma. And she just had a baby a couple weeks ago, so her husband also competes in rodeos, so he has a rodeo this weekend, so she is going to come stay with us. So excited to get to see her and, of course, baby Hetson. So I'd really want to get this jacket done for her before she comes up so she can try it on, make sure it fits, and take it home with her and enjoy it. Of course, it's coming up on the warm season, so I'm not sure how much she'll actually wear it over the next few months, but we'll see. Still gonna love it. She'll love it. I'm excited to share the final product with you guys. I used a regular, of course I quilted the regular blocks, but I did most of the actual coat on my serger. And I'll give you a little sneak peek of that so you can see those seams right there. Makes it real nice. So I make sure when I'm doing this that these strings, I can bury them, but since I'm going to go sew over this, I'm going to leave this out. And then I'll snip that once I've sealed this in. Now this is going over that shoulder seam, so I want to make sure that seam is facing the correct way, which is to the back. Okay, we're coming around a corner again, and I want to focus in on this fold right here. So you can see I'm coming around a corner with this binding here. So I need to make sure that it's touching the end. And then I need to make sure that it's folded up here so that it doesn't get caught up over here. So as long as that fold starts after the needle, so right under that foot, and that stitch goes there and does not catch that fold, we're good to go. And I take a couple bites, and then I'm going to pivot just a little bit. Take a couple more bites. And we're in the home free stretch. There we go. Well, I played chicken with my binding. I haven't decided if I won or lost yet. I think it'll be a tight squeeze, but I think I might have won. I'll let you know. Okay, so I just stopped stitching where I was at, just like you would a quilt. And I took it off, and I put these right sides together. I really didn't measure because I don't have many options. And I'm going to stitch on this diagonal line, and then I'm going to see if that will stretch and fit. It kind of looks like it will. If it's too roomy, I can take it in. But that's about as short as I can go. So we'll see if it works. I went ahead and just marked a little corner, little dot in each corner, so that I have something to aim for. Got that green dot right there where my needle is going to go down. Then I'm going to take a stitch and make sure it's flat under there. And then I'm going to aim my other line here. You can see it's also right there with the red, but my tape might be a little bit off. And make sure everything's flat and just aim for that pin out. And aim in for that dot. This line here. There we go. And we will just finger press this out. We're going to put this back under the needle, and we're going to finish that edge. Okay, as I was getting ready to fold this over and sew it, I did notice a couple of my curves didn't go all the way to the end, and that's going to impact it when I fold this over, because it's already going to be tight, and I don't really want to trim too much from the curves and take away that shape. So I did go and pick out just the curve area, because you know I like to win or learn, and I usually learn. So I picked out from about here to here, and I went and I replaced this so that's right at that edge. It wouldn't even hurt if I went over a little bit. In fact, I might do that. Key for stitching is this fold has to be on that side of the needle. So we'll try this again. Yeah, this is, I should have pinned in the first place. Much easier. So I have flipped over the binding. I've decided to do it from the back, from the front to the back, even though if I were to do it over, I would start in the back and go to the front, but I'm not going to do it in the ditch. I'm just going to sew right along the edge of this binding. Nice and steady. I'm going to run this edge right here. And notice I'm bringing this to that edge. Okay, binding is done. Looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. Like I said, I would have, if I were doing it again, I would start from the back and finish on the front. But I think it looks pretty good. Pretty happy with it. Once I gift it to my daughter, I will share with everybody the rest of the coat. I also have another one to make for my other daughter and one for myself too, so maybe you can follow along.